welcome back, YouTube. New episode, Fallout 3. Yeah. So we're back in Big Town since I finished the DLC. I want to see, like, it tells me to explain what happened to Red.
They're dead, aren't they?
Tried to rescue, but there were complications. Yeah, there were complications.
Tried. That's more than we could have asked. On behalf of Big Town, it's not like any of us are going to be alive.
200 caps. Okay, that was disappointing. I thought there'd be... Oh, quest failed? Alright. Or don't you, like... I guess you don't even get the opportunity, because I thought you had to, like, repair robots, but I guess because I failed, I don't get to do that? Alright, that was disappointing. There's gonna be a lot more there. Okay. So we're gonna do Oasis. We're gonna go to Oasis, then. Which way is it? Let me just... set your marker. This way. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. I thought there'd be a little more to it than that. And also, I could go pick up Sharon again. I'll get to Oasis first, and then I'll go get him. I wonder how much ammo. I bet I have a ridiculous amount of, like, the alien power modules and stuff. Is this a random encounter, or just a sentry bot that spawned with a Deathclaw? Because I've seen it 3 or 4 times. So it seems a little, like, I don't know if there's just a billion sentry bots and Deathclaws that spawn up here. I don't know, it seems like it could be a random encounter. Am I walking up to a raider encampment? I think I am. Walking up into something bad, it looks like. I can't even wait. Super mutant camp. Oh, there's an overlord with a Gatling laser. That's not good. Hear a woman crying. That sucks. Is there even a story here, or is it just... I think it's just like a little side, like, mini quest thing. Okay, that's definitely Oasis. And I'm pretty sure the entrance is on the other side. So I think I'm going to have to take the long way around. I hope I'm not going the wrong way. Because, like, it looks like I'm on a path that'll lead up to it, but I might be going on the path the wrong way. But I am pretty sure the entrance is on the west side. Something cured my rads. I don't know what that was. I think I was like halfway to radiation poisoning somewhere in that DLC. Maybe the archways clean it. That'd be cool. Oh, did I? Maybe I did go the wrong way. Oh no, is this it? Yeah, this is it. Oh, nice. Am I on the west side of it? I am. Yeah, what did I say? I'm a fucking genius. Yep. Alright, there's Oasis. So I'm actually gonna leave. I'm gonna go back to actually I paused the recording. I'm gonna go back and get Sharon.
Something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while
this
since
is awkward.
anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him. I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
Who's waiting for me inside?
Why, he is, of course. If you'll just follow me to the pavilion, all will be explained.
Okay. So sorry about that little weird come back. I went and picked up Sharon. God, you were ugly in the daylight. I went and picked up Sharon, and when I fast traveled back here, he just like jumped like he was just talking to me immediately, so I just started recording. Yeah. Do I have the quest? Nope.
I can't believe you're here. We will speak once we've arrived in the pavilion.
Oh, it gives rads? What the hell? Wow, that was weird.
You are welcome amongst us, outsider.
So are these branches supposed to be like growing out of their body the way it does with the big guy, or are they just like accessories?
Welcome to Oasis, outsider.
Sapling,
Hope
you.
you'll find peace among us.
Just take
Welcome, outsider.
a seat.
Welcome to
Yep.
Oasis.
This is actually a pretty cool place, honestly.
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
Never seen a place like this.
No, I suppose you haven't. In fact, few who live outside of Oasis have. Everything you see around you, from the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass, is a gift from him.
Why do you keep referring to? Who do you keep referring to as him?
He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives, and he is the one who guides. No one speaks his name out of reverence for his majesty. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home. I understand your hesitation.
One of these days I'll
I can
I'll like
assure
complete.
you that
I'll
no
succeed in
harm
one of
will
those.
befall you.
So what was this about meeting
Yes,
someone?
my apologies. I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
I would be honored.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll... whenever you're...
Alright.
It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could...
Okay.
Hey.
Slurp, slurp. I can't use it. Slurp, slurp.
Hello?
Slurp, slurp, slurp. Okay. Slurp. Oh my god. Slurp. Ugh.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
Oh, that was it. What's going on, Tree Man?
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
Never met a talking tree before.
Neither have I. Well, I mean, I talked to Herbert, but he never really says anything back. Do you, Herbert? He kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
How did a tree end up growing out of your head?
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
I'm here to help.
You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that, me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
You want me to murder you?
Oh, no. It wouldn't be murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
If I kill you, every tree miner will come after me.
when you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make 'em come around.
How would I kill you? You're a tree.
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
Can I have some time to think about it?
Oh, of course. I know this is an unusual request, but hey, I'm an unusual tree, huh? Well, Bob is, anyway. We'll just keep it an open invitation then. I don't want to wait until the next person visits. It could be years. You're all I've got.
What do I call you anyway? Herbert or Bob?
No, Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert, 'cause I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
So, alright. As I understand it, this whole quest is basically a reference to Fallout 1 or maybe Fallout 2, and the like green vat of goo or whatever he's talking about is supposed to be like a vat of the FEV. So, yeah. That's about the extent of my knowledge and backstory of this quest. I will be killing him
And
for the
I'm
perk.
telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
Because the other two options are bad. I think they just give you like clothing or something stupid.
Not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would...
His name's Harold.
Oh, he's testing you now. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? The Great One does tend to speak in riddles.
Riddles.
My talks with him have become quite puzzling of late. I think he's beginning to fear his future. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
Free firewood for us
I've
all.
had enough of your black... I've tolerated it this long because you're an outsider, but no more. If you...
What can I Killing him would stop his influence from spreading.
You misinterpret his words, my friend. He wants you to extinguish that which seeks to make him vulnerable. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
Can I really not? Oh my god. Alright, give me your stupid...
I love
Give me your
Birch,
stupid thing.
but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
Doesn't anybody care what he
Of course we
thinks?
do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here,
Tell me what you want.
I heard
Oh.
what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Theoretically, I think you would either kill him. Can I really not go through? Did nobody give me a key? Are you kidding me?
Yes. Branch tender cypress.
Okay, he just gives me the key. Alright. Theoretically, you should probably either kill him or help him spread. The only downside to helping him spread... What? What was that? Mini rad roach? The downside to helping him spread is, like, he is kind of, like, grown because of the FEV, so I don't know if you'd, like, want to spread that even more. Out into, you know, out into the wasteland. Right?
Over here.
And then, on you know, on the flip side, killing him...
What's the matter, huh?
Well, yeah, it's basically the same thing. Like,
Stand the sight of your
you
own
could
blood.
kill him, stop the spread of, like, his FEV-infested whatever. Or you could help him grow and then, you know, bring, like, plant life back to the wasteland, basically.
I've got one.
You know? Like, really, it could kind of go either way. Ooh. Ooh. I didn't think there'd be this many Mirelurks.
What's the matter, huh? Can't stand the sight of your own blood.
Sharon's over there walking on water. But yeah, you know, I think you'd either kill him or, you know, like, you could also help him grow and kind of, like, help to bring life back to the wasteland. But the downside is, like, if he, like, starts to influence, like, the crops or whatever, that could, you know, have its own side effects. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass, but, you know, if we were to think about this in a realistic situation... I mean, he's still growing either way. Even, like, I guess even if you did stop him, he'd probably still be growing a little, so, like, it would still spread. I don't know. So, that, I mean, that, like, the third option would probably suck, too. To just kind of try to stop his spread, because he's still kind of here.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, really, like, the kind of general environment of Fallout has always been a little bit weird, because it's like 200 years post-apocalypse, stuff would have started to, like, regrow by now, right? Plus, I mean, you know, like, a dead fallen tree is not gonna lay there for 200 years. It's definitely not gonna, like, half of the dead trees are still, like, rooted into the ground and standing up. Like, I seriously doubt a dead tree would be able to, you know, stand up for 200 years. Take those darts. Stealth boy. Silenced pistol. You know what I mean? Like, the general environment in that aspect has always been a little bit weird.
Nothing yet.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
That's it. There's more where that came from. There you are.
Yeah, I think, like, realistically, probably either kill him or help him grow. Because, I mean, if you could, like, recover the wasteland and whatever, grass and live trees and this and that within decades, like, it's kind of an easy decision. Like I said, the only downside would maybe be some, like, mutated crops. The last thing we need is, like, sentient corn. I thought that was my heart beating, and I was like, how the hell did that thing do that much damage? Alright, so, hang on, before I do this. I want to make sure I get the right, like, I'm not exactly sure how you do this, so activate. Apply the birch. Destroy. Okay. Skin is now hard as tree bark. And that basically gives you increased damage resistance or something. Ooh, paint gun, leaf blower. Man, look at them all. King, hunter, king. Oh, come on, Sharon killed him so I didn't get Grim Reaper Sprint. Sharon, you bastard. Ooh, is that a quantum? It is. Nice. Nuka-Cola Quantum's really weird. I don't know, I assume it glows on console. Like, it must. But it's kind of weird, because when you launch Fallout 3, it's one of the only games I've ever seen this sort of setting. You can choose between Bloom and HDR. And if you choose Bloom, they don't glow. At all. Like, there's not even, like, a slight effect at all. They just do not glow at all, look like a regular Nuka-Cola. It's kind of weird.
The Great One is dead, slain by your hand. Don't worry, I hold no grudge towards you. You'll have to forgive my people at a time like this, outsider. They aren't used to being so lost. And for once, I don't have the words to help them.
I'm surprised you weren't angrier.
Before you reached his heart, he imparted his last words to me. He told me about his will to die and how I mistook this for some mystical sign. How could I have been so blind? How could I have misled all these people? Perhaps, if I would have spent more time getting to know him, things would have turned out different.
What will become of Oasis?
Even though the Great One has left us, our memories of him will never die. With Bloomseer Poplar's help, I'm confident we can keep Oasis alive and carry on as tree minders. Go now, outsider. Go, but never forget the gifts the Great One bestowed upon us.
I won't. That perk is, I don't want to say it's too good to forget. It's solid. Alright, I'll max out explosives, I guess. Might as well start going for big guns, I suppose. No weakness. Yeah, that's that one. Karmic rebalance is useless. Cyborg. Damage, poison, rad resistance, plus 10 energy weapons. I'll take this one just for the increased damage resistance, I guess. And so like the cyborg perk, that one's actually good, you know, the way it's increased damage resistance and plus 10 energy weapons. Like there's too many perks in this game are just plus 10 to skills, you know? Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.